Hey Bub, it kind of sounds like we're at the airport.
It does sound like that.
Alright, welcome back to CNC Equipment's YouTube channel. You guys don't know, I've been taking helicopter lessons and actually have bought a helicopter, but it's in pieces.
Things not to.
We're in Sanford, Florida at Vertical Aviation. We bought a 4-seat Hummingbird helicopter. I'll tell you guys more about it. It's based off of Sikorsky. It's an FAA certified design. So believe it or not, we have a whole helicopter minus the engine in this here trailer. We've got tail cone up there, blades, fiberglass, carbon fiber stuff. We got gearbox. We got all kinds of stuff. Firewall, motor mounts. What else we got?
Sheet metal.
Sheet metal. We've got it. Blades are up here in the box. So this is a 4-seat helicopter. Just said it's going to be powered by a Lycoming IO 540 engine. Main gearbox is in here. Rotor head. Bunch of boxes of parts and hardware. So
Lots of stuff.
all right, we got to get going here before we get caught in traffic around to Orlando, and we get back home. We'll get this thing unloaded and see what we get into. All right, we made it back from Florida. We got all of our parts laid out here. There's a lot going on. We got the blades over there. A lot of parts and pieces. Blades laid out over here. We got windows, nose chin, tail rotor covers, glass, engine mounts, all kinds of things. Over here, the main gearbox is in there. It's crazy how light this stuff is. We're used to work on heavy stuff. Me and Hunter carried the gearbox in by hand. And this we got the rotor head. This main drive shaft is humongous. Tail rotor gearbox. These are all pre-bent parts and pieces. I got some landing gear stuff. Comes with a whole stack of blueprints. There in this big old book. Comes with it. I kind of looked through it last night, but looks like pretty decent instructions. So this table's got everything's marked sections. We got section 1 is all uncovered. Grandpa's trying to unwrap section 2 already. You got 1, 2, 3 laying out here. So we're gonna open a book up here and see what's going on. So a lot of parts and pieces. It look like pretty nice stuff. I'm not an airplane person, but
You will be.
will be. There's shocks here. They're kind of getting some stiffeners and stuff on, kind of working up towards the shocks, and then the landing gear. This has tires on it, so it kind of get it up off the ground. This is the main firewall. The engine will sit back here. This is starting in the cabin area right here. So, all right. Believe it or not, we've been here a couple hours working on pieces and parts. This is one of the bulkheads. I got those all drilled, working on putting these flush rivets in to put some nutserts in to fasten this here bracket. There's a bunch of blueprints, brackets, nuts and bolts, and Hunter's turned into the hardware organizer. He's been drilling holes, marking holes. Got a couple holes over here, a couple plates over here. Got blueprints for them. Got to mark all these holes out. It's all little tiny stuff.
Lots of little tiny stuff.
I'm kind of thinking aircraft world's kind of nice. Nothing's heavy.
It is pretty nice. We carried everything out.
Yeah. No forklifts needed. There's a lot of rivets and parts here, son.
Wow.
I'm not sure what we got ourselves into.
Oh, I don't know what you got yourself into.
All right. Okay. Yeah, they said it took 1,000 or 1,200 hours to build this, and I'm kind of believing it.
It's making sense.
It's making sense. All right, it's lunchtime here. We're gonna go eat lunch and get back to riveting and drilling holes, deburring and all that stuff. So so far instructions, everything's labeled. I'll give them credit. It's I'm pretty happy with that. I've never built a kit airplane or helicopter, so I mean they got these bags labeled.
Yeah.
Like that says section 8. I mean it's all
It's nice.
pretty nice. All the boxes are labeled in sections, so yeah. All right, we're gonna go eat and we'll be back. All right, little updates later this afternoon here. Got some more parts and pieces on. This is one of the header panels, I guess. Got some stuff riveted on. All my help left for the day. So I went and left this. Me and Hunter got these done. He went and played golf with his buddies, but got these clecoed on. They're all drilled out, ready to go. Probably rivet those in the morning. Went on to the next step. And there's a lot that goes into these things. Like none of this stuff is drilled. We got blueprints here that they sent us. Got all these holes laid out here, so I gotta center punch all these drillies. This is actually a doubler that goes underneath there from the backside. Just one step of many, so at least they've got awesome drawings and everything as far as that goes. So something that's kind of different about this company. It's been in business for a long time. They're actually building all these panels by hand. They have templates hanging up on the wall. All these are cut by hand. I think you got to pressing them out, but all these holes are drilled by hand. They're talking about getting a CNC, like a router table or something, to cut these out. But even, you know, just throwing those measurements in that, where that piece could be all pre-drilled and all that stuff would be awesome. So, but a lot of handwork goes into this thing for sure. So I'm gonna keep going on here. It's getting kind of towards late in the day. I'm actually gonna go to Harbor Freight and buy a couple things to help out. I don't have a drill press here. I'm just gonna buy a little cheap bench top drill press, probably put up here somewhere, just to help drill a bunch of these little holes. I think it's gonna make it quicker than drilling them out by hand. I've got a great big heavy duty one at the Hummingbird shop, but I don't really want to get something kind of crazy like that over here. It doesn't take much just drilling aluminum, so I'll buy something there, a couple things tonight, but we'll be back in the morning. All right, been to the local hardware store. It's actually Menards. Bought a cheapo drill press. I think that will do the trick, hopefully. Just drilling some holes in aluminum. Cut the legs off a slow horse, trying to get down where you can work off seats, because there's a lot of standing and stuff involved in this project. And doing on the weekends and after hours, the guy gets tired. So a little history on the aircraft. I didn't explain much of it. It's based on a Sikorsky S-52. Developed in the 40s. It's actually the first helicopter, I'll try to throw a clip in it, did a complete 360. I think this is in 1949. And it actually was the first helicopter to go the fastest, I think like 125 mile an hour or something, but this was designed for the military. It's kind of unique. The original version had a nose that opened all the way up where they could put like a stretcher in from the front, so it's kind of a front load deal. The kit was later, or excuse me, the helicopter was later sold the design rights to Vertical Aviation, I think in the late 60s or sometime. That's where I picked it up from. They actually put like a bell nose on it, bell windshield, kind of updated and stuff, and it has side doors and stuff to get in. And it's had a lot of updates and stuff over the past few years too, so a lot of stuff's been changed. The only thing we don't have yet, there's a couple things. We don't have the engine. It's going to be powered by a Lycoming IO 540, same engine as the helicopter I'm flying right now. And we don't have the avionics and stuff. We're getting that from another company on down the way. So, but it is a 4-seat helicopter. It's made to carry 1,050 pounds, so holds 57 gallons of fuel. There's a lot of other specs and stuff I'll go in detail later, but it's kind of cool. First helicopter to do a 360 flip in the air back then on camera. The video show how close he was getting to the ground and stuff, so kind of crazy back then. But it's a very reliable, safe helicopter. Like I say, it's FAA certified design. Vertical Aviation just took over the type certificate for it, I guess is what they call it. So it's not like most of the kit airplanes and stuff that are kind of designed from scratch and stuff. It's actually based on a pre-existing design. So and the reason why we have a kit, it's going to be what they call experimental helicopter. When the builder itself puts it together, I can actually maintain the helicopter. So I can do all the inspections on it. I don't have to fly it, take it somewhere, get it worked on. We can actually work on it ourselves. And as you put it together, you learn about the helicopter and all that. So, and I thought it'd be good content for you guys. So if you guys got any more questions, always drop them down below in the comments. I'm going to try to read them all in this one and answer it in the upcoming videos. I'm kind of posting these videos out as we do them. So if any of you guys see I'm doing something wrong or need to do something different, drop it down below. So we're going to get after it here. It's actually Sunday morning. Hunter should be down here in a little bit, and we'll get to popping some rivets in. I'm probably going to drill some holes and stuff and get some more parts laid out. When he gets here, we'll go to town with the rivet gun. You just said we're making progress?
One rivet at a time. That's right.
Hunter, you've been over organizing.
I think it looks pretty good.
And this is a CNC equipment hardware store. Don't mind that stuff over there. Good job.
I'm getting to it.
No, that's fine. All right, it's lunchtime here. We've been busy working away. Just going through the blueprints. We got this piece all riveted in. There's a doubler in there. Fun times, you guys just seen that. Plans called for cutting these out from scratch. So we cut those out of a sheet. your bag just fell out. I think these are access to some luggage compartments. So got those all cut, laid out. We got to drill and put some nut certs in. Little tiny rivets. Basically, that's going to be a captured nut back behind here, and we can access that with some Phillips screws there. So a lot that goes into it. Hunter was busy drilling all these angles. We just drilled one side per the instructions. They kind of sandwich one on one side and one on the other, so we'll use his holes to drill through, line the other side up. There's a lot going on in just one little piece. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it takes a day just to do one piece. So, all right, we're gonna eat some lunch. We'll be back. Drill a hole up there. Drill that hole. All right, we're drilling out for the nut certs. Hunter's marking the center hole. We're probably coming with the center punch next and go ahead and drill those, Hunter. Okay. So they're gonna look, we put flush rivets in here. And get that out of there, I'll show you the back side. The panel's gonna bolt on there. That's what they kind of look like once they're all in. Just basically a captured nut, so. Fun times, you center punch that. Then we'll line this sheet up here we cut out, drill through it, oversizing these holes on the sheet a little bit so we got a little wiggle room. And test fit it, make sure everything works. Countersinking screws will be flush or rivets. Two more. All right, got those all on there. I guess this is the side we just done here. So we'll go ahead and test fit these. Grab some screws. I think we'll probably leave them off. Just make sure they all start. That one's a little crooked. Those nut certs have a locking feature in them too. Right, let's make sure the other panel fits. Make sure those are going straight. Need one more screw. I wonder if we should leave those in there for some strength while we rivet those other parts on there.
I probably don't.
Okay, let's go ahead and tighten those down. Then we got a lot more brackets to put on here. We'll just keep following the instructions. Kind of see the top view of it. We got some brackets here. There's one here. There's actually a double stringer here that goes through here. But we get her all done, we'll bring you guys back in. A lot of holes, a lot of riveting. All right, back at it here. We got everything fitted. We drilled with like a number 40 drill, I think. Now we're drilling with a number 21 drill. Then we got to take everything apart, deburr both sides of the holes. Some places have 3 sides we're doing, so it's a lot of tedious work. So I think Hunter may have put one in upside down over there.
No, I don't know what I was thinking. I had it right.
Oh.
I just screwed myself.
It's all right, you're on national television.
That's right.
We got a couple more here to do. I turned the camera on hoping to show them what we're doing.
There we go.
Okay. These little things are called clecos. They're a spring-loaded clamp. And see where we drilled out. We got metal shavings between the holes. So cleaning those out. He's got the actual right deburr tool. This one works too. Gets all the burrs off there.
Tropical Force, you hear that?
Yeah, we got some wild animals out there. So he's got the actual, show him that tool there. Actual deburr tool. It swivels around, just knocking the burrs off. This is made more for around the edges, but it works in the holes too. It's just a little slower. Sure, wipe all the shavings off underneath there. All right. And so we'll rivet where we can in these holes. Once we get that all riveted, we'll take out these clecos and then rivet the rest of it. And then this panel's done for now. We're gonna start on the 3rd bulkhead fitting panel, I guess. So
It's a process.
it is a process. There's a lot to do, for sure. I'm hoping that goes quicker.
Me too. I hope
This is the main structure though. There's a lot that ties into this landing gear. These are like luggage compartments. I am putting air conditioning on this too. I believe it goes through. So the front seats have baggage underneath of them, and the air conditioner is going to take up space in there. So it'll be nice when it gets all done.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to the next bulkhead here. Got it pretty much mocked together. Got all the brackets and stuff on it. There's a framework that goes around it. They actually had the framework all pre-drilled. It's kind of nice, just the first stage. of holes. But I got all the brackets on, cleat code, we're all drilled out to number 21 drill. Be ready to take it all apart and deburr it. Tomorrow it's actually end of the day here, so this is Sunday, end of day 2 on this project. So we'll get back at it here in the morning. It looks like there's some more exciting stuff, bigger stuff coming up. We got some landing gear mounts, stuff like that coming along. So it's kind of looking ahead or forward in the book. So we're still on section 1. I think we've got 14 sections, so a lot to do. It looks like we're getting some bigger pieces, and they got some pictures in here, and that kind of looks promising. So that will be tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some structure built and go from there. All this stuff we've been doing might pay off. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well, we're back at it again. We got the last bulkhead, well, the last one we just did, done. The 3504 bulkhead. Got everything drilled, riveted on. Some of these little rivets were a pain trying to get in this channel. We actually used another air hammer just as a bucking bar. Hunter was just holding that up against here. So these are what they call bucking bars. Kind of hold it up against a rivet to set them. So, all right, we'll set that one off to the side and carry on in the book to the next page. We got bigger parts and pieces. Looks like a 4-pan or something. 4-pan. So we're just going along following the instructions here as we go. Looks like we need to find 3512-1 and -2 floor panels. Got one of them? 3512-1. I bet that's -2.
I'd say so.
Trying to see how these go. Get these laid out. Getting everything oriented right is the key. Somebody got their chair in the way.
What?
So, I think we're backwards, Hunter.
Dang.
Your piece with a little oval hole needs to go on this side. Look at the picture they got. That hole's back, that hole's forward. I'll have you look at it, but that looks a lot better. We also need to find 3562-1 and -2, these angle pieces. Those are probably pretty long. Right here they are. Don't know which one's which.
What side does the angle go?
The -1 goes on the -1 panel. Makes sense. The curved part goes towards the back. Yep. Got -1, -1.
I didn't look at that. I was just looking at angles.
Is that -1?
That's -2.
-2.
So this go underneath, I guess.
It don't make sense, does it? Did they get marked wrong?
Oh, either that or we're upside down.
Could be. That's part of the fun. We'll get it figured out. Looks like we're riveting those on the side. Do not rivet the last 6 holes in each panel. And all that goodness, so we'll get her figured out. Bring you guys back. All right, we finally got her figured out. The picture is different from the blueprints, the way they got it laid out, but we got her marked forward and bottom. This is upside down right now. So the pieces, the channels were actually marked wrong, which doesn't surprise me because I don't know how they keep track of everything. We got it figured out. So we got it lined up with the little 3/32 holes, the silver Clecos, and I drilled everything out with a number 21 drill. And then Hunter's taking out the silver ones and putting in the black ones, which are for the number 21 drill holes and the -5 rivets. So hopefully that all makes sense. Let's pull those out. I'm gonna go through and drill them. Got one more here. So just enlarging that hole out there. Kind of hard to do one-handed.
Not catching up no more.
Dang it. Yeah, I was running over top of him before I turned the TV camera on. There you go, you can finish my job.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Drill straight.
Is that not straight?
You leaned over big time.
Okay, well, I don't know how to do it.
A little M12 drill I was never a fan of until we started working on airplanes. But that thing runs all day long on a battery. You don't need a big heavy M18 for this stuff. All right, now we gotta take it all apart. We're not done.
We got it.
You gotta take it apart and deburr it now. Oh, yeah, you're never here when I do all this stuff. You're out partying, right?
No.
Oh. What'd you do last night?
To a birthday party.
Oh, okay. It was a party. Now we gotta take all these out, get the deburr holes, blow everything off, and go from there. I don't know what I did for my deburr. There it is. It's a process. Then we'll move on to the next step. All right, got both those done. Next step, they're wanting to make a doubler and a cover. I think it's for these holes here. So we got to cut this out of raw stock, 40,000 thick aluminum. Got to cut a square with the oval, and then we got to cut the oval out with, put some holes in it, lay it out. Got the nuts and bolts there it takes. So moving on in the instructions, and then it looks like we're going to fasten those two panels together and maybe start putting some of those bulkheads in, yeah, that we did earlier. So I'm going to start looking like something here in a bit. All right, we got the two halves clecoed together per the book. Got it flipped upside down. We got another bulkhead here, and this is actually, we're getting into serious stuff. This is actually part of the flight control brackets. We already drilled it out. We're going to put some big 3/16 rivets in. We've not drove any of those yet. Put that in there. There's 2 holes. We got a match drill through there. I think we can take this little tiny drill and poke those through there, I think, after we put those rivets in. So we're gonna get set up here and rivet that together.
Here you go, dash 6.
There's 6 on there.
Dash 9.
That's the length, 6 is the size.
Why would it have dash 6 then? Why would it be 6 dash? No, not quite.
Need more?
Yeah.
It's not wide enough?
No.
Let me turn the air pressure up a little bit.
Doesn't look wide enough to me, bub.
There's 80 pounds. Big rivets.
Hold on. Okay. There you go.
That looks better.
Yeah. I want to go any less.
How much flight control's ripping out? Wouldn't be ideal.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. It's hurt.
More?
Yeah, a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, turn the air pressure.
All right, we got those on. We had to crank the air pressure up about 120 pounds. We've been running like 60 pounds on these little rivets, but got those in there. I'm glad we don't have to do too many of those. We'd have to get a bigger rivet gun and make those in different sizes. So you put those up in your little hardware stash. I went ahead and match drilled these holes through. We can't put rivets in those yet, but coming together. It's lunchtime here. We're gonna go eat lunch and then see what we get into after lunch. I'm liking these pictures over here, Hunter.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna look like something.
I feel like we're making progress.
We're making something. All right, we'll be back.
Making a dent.
Well, we got it. 16th of the book done.
Maybe.
The back part's all flight
Yeah.
manuals and stuff, and I don't know. We can only wish we were like right there. All right. All right, we're back. We got something I've never messed with. What's this called, Hunter?
Phenolic? I don't know.
Phenolic material. Some kind of fiber, compressed, something. I've seen this stuff before. Looks like we got to build 2 little ears. And they look like this. They gave us blueprints for it. So I've never cut this stuff, or I don't even know how it cuts or drills or what. So I think he uses some knife handles a lot.
Phenolic.
Phenolic.
I don't know. Is this what Google
I thought the
says?
P might be silent. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get these cut out. It's not to scale. Well, they just putting a freaking wood screw through there.
Countersink that thing.
I guess you should probably go ahead and find the screws so we know what kind of...
Bub, I don't need to find them. I got them organized.
Oh, that's right. All right, we'll get after this. All right, more flight control brackets. Mr. Hunter's got the little angle in there. Be careful with all that power now. So, I got those little pieces made. For the drawing. This stuff, I actually cut it with a metal sawzall blade. It cut pretty good. It drills hard, but it's hard, dense stuff. It smells funny too, don't it? Hunter's transferring little holes through, and then we'll get those out to. We're gonna put a 3/16 rivet, so we'll put like a 1. Did you get these 2 here?
No, I did not.
I'll hold that down for you. Can you get those with that? Cleco it down. So yeah, we'll drill it out with a like 100. What is that one? What number drills that? Number 21?
191.
Yeah, it's 191,000. So it's like 3 or 4, 3.5 thousandths bigger than the rivet, I guess, what they spec. So. I said not to rivet those at this time.
Really?
So though these go right down there and help clamp that for whatever reason. It's kind of weird. For some more stress or torque or something. Somebody's Something happened along the way back in the day and they decided to need that. I bet that wasn't original. All right, you ready to drill some bigger holes?
Mm-hmm.
We got more big rivets. I thought we were done with those.
Never done, buddy.
All right, there's the little blocks. Got an old-fashioned straight screw in there. You got those 3/16 rivets in there. All looking good, bolted down. So this page is done. I'm ready to go to the next page. Oh boy. Looks like we get to do something big time now.
All them part numbers.
Oh boy.
Rather.
It looks like the whole bottom of it, Bubby. This is our next blueprint in our cluster of series. Okay. We got Cleco 3509 frame to both floor panels. Which one was 3509? So we got a whole stack of them. The last one we just did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's this one.
Okay. We'll grab it, so we're upside down right now. Does it want us to fasten it? Kind of looks like you got them stood right side up now. Oh, they're just, yeah. I think we probably ought to flip that floor over. What do you think? And fasten them from underneath?
Sure.
Let's do that.
You want to flip them clean over too, or no?
You what?
You want to flip the Clecos over too?
We can show you. Okay. Now, you got that. The flange side is to face forward. The forward is here. You want me to write forward on this?
Yeah.
I got it right on the back side. That's forward.
You like this or what?
I think you're probably on the right track. You got the flanges forward, yep. Okay. That's this one back here. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably this set of holes here. We gotta double check it. I think so. All right, that's fastened. On to the next step. You what?
A little heavy in the front.
A little heavy in the front. All right, we're gonna date this. Initial it. That means the amateur did it. We're gonna make sure amateurs. We're not professionals. So I guess like a professional mechanic can't work on this. Is that right?
I don't know. I hope I never become a professional mechanic.
Aircraft mechanic. Okay, we need the 3510 frame. It's one of those. I don't know if you know which one it is. Now this is our whole life trying to find this stuff. It takes a long time just to find the papers, figure out where stuff goes, and all that goodness. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. 3510 is probably the next one in line. It's the one that's got that one bracket on it. Is that this one? Oh, it's that one. It's this one here.
Yeah, say.
Does it say 3510?
I don't know.
Yep, right there. I'll let you hold this and then get it orientated. Getting heavy. Getting heavy, we carry this all the way in. So that bracket goes forward, it's the next one back. We're gonna have to slide this forward a little bit. Looks like we got a Cleco in there. We're gonna have to take that out. Oh.
I feel like we should maybe put the sawhorse underneath the front.
Yeah. Somebody's shooting. You want to pull this sawhorse this way?
Hold on. She's bouncing.
Oh.
I was just gonna put it here.
Are you sure about this?
And find out.
Okay, that worked out great. Let's go.
There you go.
All right, let's hold that one up. It's hard to do one-handed.
I can put some in down here if you give me one.
I'm somewhat lined up right there. I don't know how they got these holes all to line up, but this one's lined up here. I got one. So these are just little pilot holes. I'll have to drill them out bigger. All right, starting to look like something. He told us to leave, not put rivets in there. Kind of concerning. I guess we can get back in there and do it. They have some reason for it, so. All right, we're gonna keep on going down the way. Looks like we're gonna be fastening all of those things in there now. Kind of thinking our sawhorses might be too short now.
Well,
we got another pair over there. Somebody's taking a break over there.
what?
All right, we got everything clecoed up. I'm gonna have to buy a lot more clecos. I do know that. I think I bought like 100 of those things. I think I need like a couple hundred more.
Yeah.
So this is, it's starting to lay out. This is actually, rear fuel tank sits under here. Rear passengers sit here, your feet's there. Got seats here. Then the front seats sit right here. Controls and stuff's up here. So, and that part is the back. So this back wall will go right here, right? Slides under, I think.
Makes sense.
We must have to cut a door out in that. It's kind of scary, isn't it?
All of this is scary.
I mean, it's going pretty good. I don't know how they got all these little.
Putting this together makes me feel awesome.
Yeah, we've actually. So you guys been watching this. This is the. We're kind of taking it off a little early, but it's actually, what is it, Memorial Day weekend? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually Monday. So yeah, we worked on this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, almost 3 days solid.
And this is
That's how much we got. Well, I feel better that we got some stuff bolted together.
Yeah.
The next step, they want us to make some more doublers. This is actually 063 aluminum. I got a couple blueprints here. I think I'm just going to go to the shop in the morning, get the guys going, and probably just cut these out on our CNC plasma table over there. Be nice and quick and easier. Not that we can't do it by hand here, but they do lay on top where you see them. On top of this, the seats and stuff will be on them, but it will look neater if we cut them out in the plasma table. So, but yeah, what else? If we get that stuff on there, it's got to flip over. I'm going to start putting the skin underneath of it, so it's really going to start looking like a boat.
It's making a lot more sense, these stuff we're putting on.
Yeah, you got that goes through there. Floor pans sit on there. Access panels into there. It all makes a lot of sense now. So floor sits across here. Controls up there. I don't know why they told us to leave these clecos in there. I'm sure there's a reason why. They don't rivet those holes. Same thing here. It's a lot of stuff you gotta pay attention to, for sure. A lot. I mean, a lot. I'm still looking at this, like trying to figure it out, but that's where the fuel tank drains out, isn't it? I don't know. There's a lot going on. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up here. Hopefully, you guys liked this video.
I loved it.
We've had a good time. It's fun. There's a lot to do, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got all organized. I think that's the key. Hunter's got us organized. We went through a bunch of these, believe it or not. Stuff's getting easier to find. It just takes forever to find. You know, the thing says you need this part number. You got to come over and find it. And then you got to find the corresponding blueprint to this piece to know how many holes it takes and drill those out and lay them out. It just takes a little while. So, but we're getting it. a little bit of time. So I'm gonna order some more Clecos and stuff like that. If you guys got any comments, suggestions, or anything, drop them down below. I'm gonna kind of put these videos up in front of some other ones, so we can get some feedback if we're doing something wrong or something might make more sense. I seen they made a little tool for those nutserts, Hunter. A little die tool.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think I want to get one of those because we got a lot of nutserts yet to put in. I seen, so it's a little jig, drill jig. So yeah, how you feel about it?
Something. I don't know.
Something. So this has a rubber bladder, 57-gallon tank back here. What's awesome about this, the center of the mast of the helicopter is directly over the fuel tank. So it doesn't matter if you have 57 gallons of fuel or 1 gallon of fuel, it's still balanced exactly the same. That is nice. Even if you got rear passengers, doesn't matter because it's directly over the center of that thing. The Robinsons, like I'm flying, they have the fuel tanks behind the actual center of the helicopter. So, you know, when the fuel tanks are full, it kind of wants to set like that. As you burn fuel out through the day, it changes. So you just got to be on top of that. But this is nice the way they got this set up. So, all right. Well, guys, do me a big favor, hit that thumbs up button if you like the video and all that goodness. I'll see how this video goes. If it does good, we'll keep posting more in the build. So if not, I don't know then.
She's done.
So the reason I always wanted to fly a helicopter, the main reason is I'm wanting to go to auctions and stuff. There's a lot of things. I don't have enough time to run over the country and go look at, get started and load it on a trailer. I buy a lot of stuff from government agencies, and sometimes they're a pain. They don't want to lift a hand out to help get something running or started, and it costs a lot of money to hire somebody, especially on the older stuff. They don't know what they're doing. So hoping this is going to be able to, you know, fly us around 200 or 300 mile radius or something like that quick, get that stuff going, and a bunch of will it start videos and get some more stuff rescued. So I have some cooler videos coming up down the way. Plus we're going to take it to auctions and all that stuff. There's a lot of auctions that may only have 2 or 3 pieces I'm interested in or something. You know, it's just not worthwhile for me driving there and back a whole day when we can save a lot of time by flying there and doing that. So that's the reason there. So if you guys are wondering, it's going to hopefully make the channel better and our business better on down the way, and we'll have fun doing it. So I don't know when we're going to fly it, 2027?
I don't know either.
But anyway, it's enough talking. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.